Today we dive headfirst into the clown car wreck that we call American justice, where the Cincinnati police chief is out here playing woke referee while a black mob decided to turn a white couple into human on the ground punching bags. This lady, let's call her Chief Virtue Signal, that would be her Indian name as well, had the audacity to start wagging her finger at social media users for daring to notice this beatdown. Like we're all supposed to nod along and pretend it's a friendly sparring game gone wrong.
Social media and journalism, and the role it plays in this incident. And yes, guys, that's you. That is you. Social media, the post that we've seen, does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred. At times, social media and mainstream media and their commentaries are a misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event.
Guys, as we get started here, please thumb up the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. Just for the YouTube algorithm, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you're new and you like the content, subscribe.
What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law. Because what happens, that social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened.
She's out here demanding added context, like she's Sherlock Holmes with a diversity badge. Let's figure out the crime that the white people committed. But when pressed for what context that might be, what might be missing.
You had said social media, news media distorted the content of what actually happened. What exactly was distorted? I understand that there was multiple views of the video, but exactly what led up to this? I mean, what was distorted?
Yeah, so I think by the irresponsibility with social media is it just shows one side of the equation quite frequently without context, without factual context. And then people run with that. And then it grows legs and it becomes something bigger that we then have to try to manage as part of the investigation. So,
Crickets, nothing, zip, the big zero. She's got less to say than a mute mime at a silent retreat on the subject. Meanwhile, the media's out there breathlessly churning out sob stories about Juicy Smollet's fake hate crime. Oh, remember the MAGA nooses at 2 o'clock in the morning in Chicago? Or the Covington kids who dared to wear MAGA hats while existing? Or how about hands up, don't shoot Michael Brown? You didn't search for the additional context there, did you? And by the way, Michael Brown apparently robbed a store and charged at a cop before the narrative got polished up nice and shiny for the consumption of the masses via those who are trying to destroy the unity that might have existed. But what about our leftist hero, the Saint George Floyd? They happened to gloss over the fentanyl that was in his system that was more than enough to kill him on its own, and the resistance that he offered to police, and begging to be laid out on the ground like it's a minor plot twist. They don't bring that up. And Trayvon Martin versus George Zimmerman? Forget the fool story. Let's just slap racist vigilante on it and call it a day. But when it's a mob of black thugs sucker punching a middle-aged woman and turning her into a ground and pound piñata, suddenly we need a PhD dissertation to understand the context. Lady, the context is that they beat the hell out of innocent people. End of story. You can't throw people to the ground and then as a mob continue to beat them and want extenuating circumstances and context. This is the woke apocalypse, amigos. These self-righteous crusaders are so desperate to win the Good Person of the Year award, they've tossed objectivity out the window like a used Starbucks cup. They'll defend these clearly guilty, evil clowns just because they fit the oppressed race checkbox on their woke bingo card. This police chief should be fired so fast her badge spins like a dreidel. Except I'm sure she's anti-Jewish too. But no, in this upside-down world, she's probably getting a promotion and a keynote at the next DEI conference. What a good job she's doing. If the races were reversed, does anybody think that we would not have 24/7 coverage? Anderson Cooper showing up in a flak jacket, Rachel Maddow making PowerPoint presentations on MSNBC about racism escalating because of Trump, and Congress, of course, holding emergency sessions to condemn the white supremacist uprising, the return of the KKK. General Robert E. Lee has emerged from the dead, his zombie corpse leading the charge. But for this, what do we get again? We get crickets, we get silence. It's like the media is allergic to truth when it doesn't fit the narrative that, in all honesty, I believe somebody, whether it's Bill Gates or China, likely China, is paying them actively to prescribe and cover to the American people. And it all comes down to this woke mind virus. It's parasitical, it's a brain-eating zombie plague, and it's turned rational human beings, theoretically, into drooling defenders of the indefensible. Also that they can pat themselves on the back for being allies. They're out here sacrificing fairness and justice on the altar of their own egos. And we're all supposed to clap like seals at a circus. Wokeness isn't just a mindset. It's a full-on lobotomy with a gigantic side of sanctimony. My message to everybody is wake up, America, because this is not justice. What it is a bad sitcom scripted by people who think that they're saving the world while in fact they're burning it down and everything that was created before them. Or perhaps maybe they're pretending to save the world, making that their cover story, while secretly they've been planning and are in fact in motion of the action of destroying the human race as a whole. Either way, they're doing an excellent job.